free. Why? Why'd you transform? Well, if you thought that question was going to be answered, I'm going to pull a Ryan Johnson on you and say that question is never answered. Ever.
Seriously, what is it with these blockbuster movies and finding stupid reasons to move the plot along? And why does my shirt keep changing?
Anyway, so something that I got wrong about the trailer is that I thought that Charlie doesn't run away from Bumblebee, instead just constantly giving a blank stare. When looking at this footage, it's obvious that she is running away. In fact, come to think of it,
A lot of stuff in the trailers ended up not representing how the movie played out at all. But I'm going to get to that later. But I want you to keep that thought in mind.
so after wrestling with a kite, Bumblebee decides he's going to shove himself into the corner. For some odd reason.
Charlie, what was that noise?
Nothing, I'm fine. Mom, you should go back to bed. Everything's fine.
What the hell is that?
It's...
What is that car doing in our garage?
Interesting how Bumblebee made no noises when he transformed. It's weird. Wait a second. My shirt changed again. My hair changed again. And where'd all this come from?
I'm in the middle of some stuff. Mom.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll get out of your hair, but tell me things sometime.
Okay.
I'm your mother.
Okay.
Okay.
Swell guy.
One more thing, huh?
All right, I love you. Sleep good, handsome man.
Anyway, so after that awkward scene, Bumblebee transforms again, and we get this awkward scene where the two introduce each other.
Get away from me! Get away from me, your acting sucks!
Are you?
Okay, I think we all know where this is going. Both of them were freaking out, and then one person says, I'm not gonna hurt you, and then they get introduced, and suddenly, yay, they trust each other, and... Is that how they greet people on Cybertron? That's a weird way to do it, but hey, I'm not here to judge the customs of tradition on alien planets.
You like my shirt? Are you a metal fan? Oh, me? Who am I?
Huh, that's funny. That's not how it played out in the trailer.
Yeah, in the trailer, that scene was less about introducing each other and more about Bumblebee claiming that Charlie was her family now.
You have a family? Oh, me?
It's very interesting how the contexts of the trailer and the movie itself differ so much. I don't think I've seen that often in movies.
You sound like a little bumblebee.
Yes, because it's a wildly known fact that bumblebees typically sound like giant robots. Here, don't believe me? I actually have some clips of bumblebees for you, with the audio.
I'm gonna call you that from now on. Bumblebee.
Okay, that's an interesting origin for the name of Bumblebee. I wonder if they have this sort of custom on Cybertron for all of the names of Cybertronians.
I mean, yeah, it's a wholesome take on the origin of Bumblebee's name, but considering how the names of other Cybertronians works in this movie, it's just weird. We then cut to what I assume to be a trailer park in the middle of the desert when Shatter and Dropkick land on Earth.
Please, God, no, not my car! Oh, thank God, my car.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Nothing like some good old-fashioned irony. Anyway, so this is when we see Shatter and Dropkick first time on Earth. Wait, what the hell?
Man, Shatter must have some really good reflexes to adapt a vehicle form that quick before destroying it.
Oh hey, it looks like Dropkick adopted a vehicle form just as quick as well. I have no idea where that car came from, but okay.
In fact, come to think of it, why did they even turn to cars in the first place? Alright, whatever. I guess I should just accept this and move on with my life. Alright, so we all know where this is going. Shatter and Dropkick, they're underwhelmed by Earth. Dropkick blows up a guy, and then they go off to find Bumblebee. And that's the end of that scene. Hey, look, I'm already on part 3 on this, alright? At this rate, there's going to be at least 25 parts. I can't focus on every single little detail. I need to get this done.
Now, I would go in-depth on this specific scene here and how it contributes nothing to the story, but just like how this scene serves no purpose in the movie itself, talking about it in this review would also serve no purpose. Though I am going to point out that Charlie mysteriously leaves her bike in the middle of the road for anyone to pick up. Other than that, this scene is pointless. Next, we then cut to a scene of Charlie and Bumblebee at the beach, where Charlie is lecturing Bumblebee when and when not to be in robot mode. Now, normally I wouldn't care for this scene other than, good God, that looks like it would create the worst migraine, and this part specifically.
Hide behind!
No, don't play it again. I just need to say something real quick. You're a transforming robot. Even with your memory core systems fried, it is in your instinct to transform. This is stupid. This whole scene is stupid. Moving on.
So Sector 7 discovers that the 2 Decepticons landed on Earth and that they are heading west. So they plan to intercept with them in Texas. And here we are. Also, I feel it necessary to point out that for some reason there's a lone fighter jet and attack helicopter orbiting around the premises. Obviously, these vehicles are meant for further protection for Sector 7, but why just the 2? Why wouldn't you have multiple jets and multiple helicopters? In fact, why would you even have them here in the first place? You already have tons of guys with guns. It's almost as if these 2 vehicles are here just to give Shatter and Dropkick their other alternate modes in the first place.
How convenient.
The humans are multiplying. Please, let me kill them.
Hey, wait a minute. What did you just say?
I think he said he wanted to kill us.
Hey, yeah, that's right. Let's kill these guys.
People of Earth. We are Decepticon peacekeepers patrolling the galaxy. We believe a dangerous criminal from our world is hiding somewhere on yours.
Alright. So basically the rest of the scene is the 2 negotiating. The 2 end up agreeing to work together, and there we go. But I feel it necessary to focus on this scene because of a certain line in the trailer.
If our common enemy isn't found,
We'll burn the whole planet to cinders.
Now, putting this line here instead of the second half of the movie actually creates an interesting dynamic. Now, Sector 7 is forced to hunt down Bumblebee, and if they don't, well, now they're responsible for the apocalypse. That's really cool, but for some reason, that's not what happens in the movie. Instead, it's just another typical interrogation scene. Yet again, with something in the trailers being different in the movie. Something far cooler in the trailers than what actually happened in the movie. Why does this keep happening?
Good trailers for a movie show what a movie is, not what a movie could be. I've practically discussed all of the major ones thus far, but there are still several points that I could bring up on this. I mean, for God's sakes, bringing the issue back to this being a prequel versus the reboot, the original teaser trailer has lines from the 2007 movie in it, thus giving off vibes that this movie is in fact a prequel.
Let me tell you something. A driver don't pick the car. Car pick the driver.
Hey, mammy!
I know. I already discussed about how this movie's tone is just supremely mixed in part one. I understand that. But it's just so consistent throughout the entire movie. And the advertising just amplifies it because it can't make up its mind. Are you a prequel? Are you a reboot? Are you your own separate thing? Make up your freaking mind.
I mean, for God's sakes, even some of the worst trailers I've ever seen in my life get this right. They show what the movie is. Now, to be fair, it's not like everything in the trailer is shown in different contexts and everything is all mishmashed. That's not consistent throughout all the trailers. But the fact that I'm having to point this out at all shows that there was a major problem with the way that the advertising with this movie was managed. I mean, for God's sakes, the fact that there are inconsistencies at all is a major problem. Anyway, we now cut to a scene of Bumblebee and Charlie in the woods, which... What? Wait, why? Why are they in the woods? When did they agree to go in the woods? What's going on? Why are they in the woods? Why?
I'll tell you why. Because for some reason, Travis Knight needed enough room to play this giant hologram of Optimus Prime, whilst also keeping the sets varied. Though, if this scene would have played out more like at dusk on the beach, it would make far more sense. But no, for some reason, Travis Knight needed to have a different variation of set locations. That, or they just had some extra time with the woods and they decided to utilize it. Either way, it makes no sense as to why they're there in the first place.
Oh, and how that hologram is accessed is kind of dumb as well, as Bumblebee's chest starts sparking for no reason, and Charlie decides to take a look at it. When she does, that's when the hologram is discovered.
How convenient.
So this hologram gives Bumblebee a flashback that for some reason takes place in the perspective of Optimus Prime.
Now, as for the purpose of this flashback, yeah, I got nothing.
No, seriously, I have nothing. I mean, I guess it's supposed to represent Bumblebee's memories coming back to him, but how does Bumblebee remember this? This is in the perspective of Optimus Prime. That's not how flashbacks work.
No. I don't think the purpose of this flashback is to represent Bumblebee's memories coming back to him. No. It's something completely different, and it's something that this entire movie, you could argue, is guilty of. Fan service.
That's it. That's the only reason why all of this is even happening in the first place. I mean, let's face it, there are only two reasons why this scene even exists in the first place. To see Soundwave eject Ravage, and to see Optimus kicking Decepticon ass. Nothing else.
It's always the fan service. Always the fan service. You know, at least in a movie like Ready Player One, the fan service made sense because in that universe, there was basically a future version of VR chat, and VR chat is already filled to the brim with pop culture references. There's no excuse. I mean, yeah, a lot of movies are products nowadays, like for example, The Bayformers. But at least The Bayformers tries to do something new. This is literally just taking the G1 designs and then just plopping them into the movie. No creativity here. Just put them in there, and now the movie is selling. Oh wait, it isn't! You know, come to think of it, fan service kind of explains a lot. You know, the G1 designs, I've already gone into that. Bumblebee looking like his Bayformer self. The voiceovers from the audio clips of the first Transformers movie back in 2007. The fact that this takes place in the 80s. It could all be explained away by fan service. And from what I've learned, fan service is not how you sell a movie. You sell a movie by being good.